canvases that were done in the center of the museum's main reception hall that depicted over 50 different types of Union and Confederate ships, and they're large canvases. They're 8 feet by 17 feet. One depicts open oceans, one depicts riverines, and one depicts bays and sounds. Anyway, there's more murals. There's a total of 7 murals in this building, and I'm very proud of the way they came out. They work well with the building, and I consider it a great honor to have been able to do this. I also work with General Myers, who helped save the building from demolition. One thing I found interesting when I was in Fredericksburg, Texas, was that in 1960, the Fredericksburg City Council had a city council meeting, and they were only one vote short of voting to have the old Nimitz Hotel condemned and torn down so they could say that they had a gas station on every corner. This building came real close to being demolished so that the city could expand the parking lot. Like the old Nimitz Hotel in Fredericksburg, Texas, this particular building is the foundation for what could and probably will be, in either the near or distant, not too distant future, one of the finest military museums in the country. I had the privilege and honor of doing over 800 feet of murals by hand. I'd never used a spray rig for the National Museum of the Pacific War. It's new George Bush Gallery of the Pacific War. And I'm very happy with the way the work came out. There's other murals too. I did the Pearl Harbor mural. I painted 2 life-size life rings. There's over 200 actual Pearl Harbor survivors who've signed it, including John Finn, who is the first recipient of a Congressional Medal of Honor in World War II. The mural to the right of that basically is a collage of a number of important events. I took the liberty of painting the demilitarized battleship Oklahoma at the top, under tow as a derelict. She was supposed to have been towed from Honolulu Harbor to the West Coast to be scrapped. In reality, she was loaded with millions of dollars worth of surplus equipment, everything from tires, generators, forklifts, automobiles, appliances. And the orders the tugmaster received was to change his course and take the ship to Tokyo Harbor, where the surplus would be sold. She took on water after the weather came up and went down about 500 miles off Honolulu. What I did was I wanted to paint the vessel as she looked, as a demilitarized hulk, only good for scrapping, reefing, or scuttling, or target practice. But in reality, when you look at this old ship, all you can see and think about is its wonderful heritage and legacy. That's why he reflected the vessel as she looked at Pearl Harbor. I consider this work, what amazes me is I don't have the appreciation for it that I've seen other people show. Every one of these signatures would be a fascinating book if the individuals who did me the honor of signing this work would actually write a book about their experiences. And I feel deeply honored that they have signed the mural and that it's part of this museum. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate everything you've done for this museum, and I'm sure they have, and it's going to go down in history like all the other rest of your work.
Well, I appreciate everything you're doing, too. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I think what we're doing is we're keeping history alive, and we're giving it the honor and credibility that it deserves.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Is there anything you want to say about book? You doing a book or anything like that, or anything? People can go to your website to see some of your work, or?
Well, if they put my name in Google, all kinds of stuff will come up. But I feel the best thing I can do to serve my country and honor those served is through exquisite art. And there's been a number of paintings that I've done of incidents that were not well known that have been brought to the forefront. David Brune's outstanding book, Wooden Ships and Iron Men, the first book he did was a sea battle off the Kukai-Che River, showing the USS Endurance and MSO tangling with a North Vietnamese coaster at night. And because of the delaying action of this skirmish, The vessel was sunk before it could make its way and hide among a number of Vietnamese fishing boats. The letters I've received from former crewmen are absolutely phenomenal. Also, Chapter 1 depicted the incident in quite detail. So I thoroughly enjoy working with organizations and bringing to the forefront spectacular events in history, because I've always loved history. I've always found it fascinating, and I've made some great discoveries while doing research for projects. And I think what you're doing is outstanding also, and I feel deeply honored and privileged to be able to sign this.
Well, I feel very privileged to have you signed it. And I just want to thank you what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing, and I know you will, because it's part of what God's given to you as well as He's given to me. And I just want to thank you. And once again, I got a chance to interview another soldier and his events taking place. And at this time, we'll say goodbye.
Well, thank you. And also, the faith I have has enabled me to pull through. It's given me peace of mind, regardless of how good or bad situations get. I have the peace of mind which I never had before. So I'm really thankful for my faith.